Welcome aboard, new members. You made the right decision. Remember, I have the flexibility and the time to answer your questions immediately. And it's important during the middle of the day when you're trading, if you're on the fence of when to buy or sell a stock, I can help you with that and get back to you right away. That's where I provide value. Also, it's more tailored to your needs. If you want me to do a deep dive on a specific stock, there's a lot of things I offer, guys, gift card raffles, okay? But my time is directed, especially to my premium members first, okay? And then basic members after that, okay? So this is where you want to be, guys. This is where you'll consistently make money. You'll get my top stock picks. You'll get my alerts. And of course, click the bell for notifications if you haven't done that yet. But as a member, you'll get my picks right away, okay? So I wanted to talk a few things in this video. I want to talk about APLD. It's a question I've gotten. Also, I want to talk about the EV car companies out there that people have asked, should I buy these specific stocks? I'll give you my take on that. And then also we'll talk about AI and semiconductor names, okay? So first off, let's start with APLD. So this company has gotten a lift because NVIDIA, they raised APLD, Applied Digital, okay, raised funding, and NVIDIA was the person that gave them the funding. And so this stock took off, guys. It's up over 100% now since that news. So this is where you got to be careful. We know NVIDIA, remember when they invested in SoundHound, they invested in NanoX, right? They invested in ARM Holdings, right? These stocks all shot up initially, but then it faded later, okay? So you got to be careful that you're not holding the bag on the way down. But if you are going to play it, you got to have a stop limit in for sure, okay? So you never get burned, obviously. And that's only during market trading, as you know, because pre-market, post-market, or aftermarket, they do not register triggers, so you have to set an alert and go do it yourself, okay? Remember that. A lot of people don't talk about that. But anyways, APLD, like I said, the reason I don't like them either is they're losing a lot of money, okay? Obviously, they raised funding. But the bigger problem is they have changed their name and their business several times over the past, like where they're in Bitcoin mining, and now they're in cloud computing, and now they're in AI, right? So they changed their business, and that's kind of sketchy. And so this is one of those companies I think that could have a short seller report on it down the road. Okay, it's just a gut feeling I have. Okay, nothing shows that yet. But like I said, they're losing a lot of money. They're saying they're in data centers now, right? They're trying to be in that niche now because that's the latest thing. And I especially wouldn't chase it now that it's up. If you played it when it was lower, that's the time to take a shot if you're going to take on risk, not chasing it when it's up over 100% in, this month alone or whatever it is, okay? So be careful with APLD is my words of advice there. And then next we have the EV companies, okay? So some people have asked, should I buy NIO, for example? And the answer for me is no. So NIO, obviously Chinese EV company, they are not making money, guys. They've been burning cash. And if they haven't been able to become profitable by now, I don't trust that they're going to be. Because even Li Auto in China, has been doing better with the profitability front than NIO. Okay, but I still wouldn't do Li Auto either. They said on their report, with the competition, it's very intense. And if there's one company I'd choose in China, EV company, I'd choose BYD because they're the top dog and they're shipping cars now around the world and they have a business model that works. They're profitable. So that's the one if I had to choose one. Okay. Also Tesla, obviously in the US, I know they're in China too. Tesla's much more than an EV company. So that's a great one to hold long, guys. We'll eventually get through, the negative EV sentiment, and Tesla we'll probably have another quarter of lower margins again because all the deals they're offering, but I do expect them to get back on track eventually with that. Once they show a report that has better margins, the stock's going to be off and running. And obviously we have the Robotaxi event in October if that doesn't get delayed again. So this is just a cult stock too, has a cult following, and eventually it's going to go back up. So it's a good one to hold long with all the stuff they're doing with like robots, right? With self-driving, we know, they have the semi, the Cybertruck, right? The energy division, which is crushing it. So don't sleep on Tesla, guys. It's going to be a long-term winner. And then another one I'm okay having a small position in is Rivian because they're not just EV trucks and SUVs. They also got the EV almost said minivans, the EV delivery vans, right? And I can see that them getting more partnerships with companies using EV vans, okay? Like we know AT&T, right? Obviously Amazon's the big one. And remember, they had a shortage of their parts, and so it's delaying some of their shipments to Amazon. But again, the demand, I think, will stay up there with the EV vans. They'll get more partnerships with that. So I like that they're a little diversified in the EV space. So that one, and I like the look of their cars. I see them more and more on the road, okay? So that's one I'm okay having a small position in long. But I personally, guys, would rather be in semiconductor stocks because those are the chips that go into the EVs as well as so much more, like self-driving cars, right? Smartphones, robots, right? The list goes on, all the advanced technology out there. That's why stay long semiconductors, guys, and they're off of their highs right now. Eventually, it's going to go up again because semiconductors are the new oil. Put a Post-it on your mirror in your bathroom, right, to remind you. Semiconductors are the new oil. You want to hold, have exposure to this going along. We know NVIDIA. We know some of these names we've been talking about a lot, okay? So I'd rather be in the chips that go in all this technology versus just being in an EV company where there's so much competition and they're having trouble making money per vehicle. They're all reducing their prices, right, to compete. So not a good industry in my opinion there, guys, okay? So AI and semiconductors. So we talked about semiconductors and obviously AI, the infrastructure, right? The data centers. This is where the demand is, all the energy that's going to be needed. So this is where I'm focusing my time on picking some quality plays. You heard me already recommend Vertiv Holdings, ticker symbol VRT. I think this is the beginning of an amazing story with this company, what they're doing. Okay, they got the cooling liquid systems, they got the thermal management, and they're working with everything revolving around data centers. So I implore you to do more research and check that one out. And their growth is strong. Their numbers are looking better, what I've seen with their earnings report. So if they just need to prove themselves, get a couple more earnings like that, and then they could really explode to the upside, okay? Right now, they're off of their highs. It went up above 100. Now it's in the 80s. So this is one I've been looking at. There's other companies as well. I'll keep you posted. That's why becoming a member, guys, will help you. I'll keep you updated, especially premium members. You're going to get the best of the best. And like I said, I'll get back to you immediately and do deep dives on companies you want. And we're going to do gift card raffles, once a month. So it's going to be fun, guys. We're going to make money together. So look forward to having you as a member. If you're not one yet, again, you know what to do. The link is in the description in the comments. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend, okay?